All right, ladies and gentlemen, if everybody finds their seats, we're get ready to begin here in just a few minutes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the presentation of colors by the Aurora Police Honor Guard and the national anthem sung by Kara Stars.
Department, present arms. Detail, halt. Present arms.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Detail, flex. Forward, march. Department, order, arms.
All right, please remain standing for the invocation by Pastor Randy Schofield.
Let us bow our heads. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this long-awaited day that has arrived. Thank you for making this day possible. Would you please guide, lead, and protect these men and women daily? Give them wisdom, discernment, compassion, and peace as they serve the public of the city of Aurora and each other. Remind them, just as you are the one who has appointed them, for your word says that let every soul be subject to the governing authorities, for there is no authority except by God. And the authorities exist, are appointed by God. Therefore, whoever resists the authorities resists the ordinance of God. And those who resist will bring judgment on themselves. For rulers are not a terror to good works, but to evil. Do you want to be unafraid of the authority? Do what is good, and you will have praise from the same. For he is God's minister to you for good. But if you do evil, be afraid, for he does not bear the sword in vain. For he is God's minister and avenger to execute wrath on those who practice evil. So, Father, I ask you to bless, keep, and protect these officers and their families as they go forward to service. In the precious name of Jesus our Lord, amen.
All right, everyone, you can please take your seats.
Officer Waters, report. Sir, class 2025, 1B, all present and accounted for.
Seat your class.
Ready, seat.
All right, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome, family, friends, and honored guests. I am Lieutenant Bredesky, the training director for the City of Aurora Police Department. We appreciate your attendance and support of these men and women sitting in front of you today. They have endured 27 weeks of the most rigorous and challenging training, both physically and mentally. Most of them probably never thought this day would come, coming to the academy day after day, experiencing some of the best law enforcement training in the world, even though they might not have thought it at the time. They have lost 14 classmates along the way. They started with 50 and now sit in front of you 36, showing this job isn't for everyone, but it's for them. They are about to pin on the badge, raise their hands, take an oath, and become members of a very prestigious and elite occupation. But before we get started, I would like to introduce some dignitaries and special guests from the city and around the area who are in attendance today. If you please hold your applause until I've announced them all. Mayor Mike Kaufman, Councilmember Amsalu Kasal, former Councilmember Marcia Berzins, City Manager Jason Batchelor, Civil Service Vice Chair Patricia Stevens, Presiding Judge Sean Day, Fire Rescue Chief Alec Otten, Police Leadership, Chief Todd Chamberlain. Deputy Chief Chris Jewell. Division Chief Mike Gaskill. Division Chief Mark Hildebrand. Division Chief Kevin Barnes. Business Services Manager John Schneebeck. Commander Justin Shipley. Commander Mike Hannafin. Commander Mark Paulino. Commander Patrick Shaker. And as the Academy Director, obviously, I have a very prestigious staff, and I'd like to thank them for everything they've done. Sergeant Chris Johnson. Sergeant Faith Goodrich. Sergeant Adam Roberts. Sergeant Evan Smith. Sherry Vesterby. Tiffany Schaefer. Agent McDowell. Ryan Burke. Officer Mike Deek. Mike Eli. Officer John Gonzalez. Officer Anselmo Gutierrez. Officer Jared Hazel. Officer Grant Heineman. Officer Darren Lance. Officer Stephen Larson. Officer Travis Moody. Officer Greta Salazar. Officer Sean Sullivan. PTI Eric Waters. Officer Jason Wiseman. Again, this 27 weeks, what you see in front of you is a product of the hard work from that staff. So again, thank you very much for putting on the training and getting 36 recruits out to the street. At this time, I'd like to invite up our guest speaker. First, Mayor Mike Kaufman.
It takes a special person to become a police officer. It takes courage, honor, and a sense of justice that few possess. Today, as you become sworn officers with the Aurora Police Department, I salute you for having those traits and for committing yourselves to the law enforcement profession. You have shown you are prepared, you're skilled, and you are ready to serve and protect our city. This graduation ceremony is a testament to your personal strength and to your character that made it possible for you to survive over 1,000 hours of rigorous training before having earned the badge that you are about to receive today. To the 36 graduates of Class 2025 1B, today marks a turning point in both your personal and professional lives. Today is a day that you and your family will always remember and reflect on with pride. Thank you for your willingness to serve, and congratulations on joining the ranks of Aurora's finest. And best of luck with the next 14 weeks with the Field Training Officer Program, where you will have the opportunity to apply all the lessons that you learned at the Academy under the supervision of a highly experienced Aurora police officer. Let me leave you with a verse from Joshua 1:9. Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. Congratulations, Class 25 1B. God bless you, your families, and God bless the great city of Aurora, Colorado. Thank you.
Now for speech, City Manager Jason Batchelor.
First, I want to thank the church and the congregation for hosting us today. It's a beautiful facility. It's much better, more air conditioned than it would be in the gymnasium, as you guys know, if we were back at the training academy. So for all of our comfort, I want to thank them. So if you could join me and give them a round of applause for. Next, I want to start by thanking the family, friends, and loved ones of our graduates today. They would not be here without you all. Your love, your caring to get them to this point is critical, and they'll need that as they continue on. It is not an easy profession. There will be missed holidays, missed birthdays as they go out and continue to serve our community and keep us safe. I want to thank you for that continued sacrifice and continued love and caring that you all pour into them and keep them doing this very noble and great profession. So thank you all. I want to thank the mayor and council. Our elected leaders give great support to the city and to this department, and so you guys are well served by your elected leadership here, and so hopefully you recognize that, and you're going to enjoy getting to hear about tales from council meetings and other things like that, but you're well supported. I'd also like to take a moment to go ahead and thank the Academy staff, Lieutenant Iskey. Chief, you've done a great job. He's a great improvement over your previous lieutenant down there. It's really good stuff. All right, no, that's a little dig on Commander Shipley. He's been doing this for quite a while, so he finally got paroled. Lieutenant Iskey, that's hope that there's for you too. Commander Shipley said it just feels like forever, so keep at it, and maybe there's parole in your future as well. So, but I want to thank Lieutenant Iskey, the entire staff, for the work they've done to get folks this far. So thank you all. All right, and finally for the graduates, you may not remember, or at least some of you may not. I visited you all a few weeks ago. I was out to spend some time with Army Command Sergeant Major Bill Woods. And spent some time with him. I was out on the driving track, so some of you were probably wondering who the pointy-headed bureaucrat walking around the driving track was. That was me. You'll see me wandering around. It's okay. It was good to see you guys then. I'll contrast where you guys were at with your soon-to-be, in a few months, colleagues that were just starting their academy. They were on day 3. They were still running around, bracing in the halls, and they were not near as comfortable in their profession as you guys have been. So I want you to remember that from where you started to where you've come now, and remind you that this is not the end. This is simply the end of the beginning. You guys are joining a great department. You're joining a great organization. Chief Chamberlain and that entire organization are prepared to receive you, continue to train you, continue to make sure that you all grow in your profession and you serve our community well and honorably. So thank you for choosing Aurora. I look forward to you to being on my team, and welcome to the city. Thank you.
And finally, the Chief of Police, Todd Chamberlain.
Real quick, I think the one thing we need to do is realize that this is an absolute celebration, and if we can get a round of applause for all these individuals sitting here, they deserve it. Amazing. Again, I also want to acknowledge some people. I'd like to acknowledge the mayor, our council members, our city manager. Again, their support in this endeavor, their support in making this happen is huge. I also really want to acknowledge the people sitting right here. Again, you can look at the numbers. The numbers here almost make up the number of a class, so you can see that span of control. But that's why we have it like that. It's really challenging in these times to have this number of officers out of the field. But what they give, what you guys put in to them, it multiplies it tenfold. And that's what your role is, and that's what your mission is. And I sincerely want to say thank you for doing that, because that is a calling just like law enforcement's a calling. The ability to teach, the ability to motivate, the ability to get somebody molded who has never done any of this and have them step out and then jump into a police car is huge. And I would really like to acknowledge and give them a round of applause as well. And if I could, we are some applauding fools here, but I'd like to applaud our honor guard and also the young lady who came up and sang our national anthem. Incredible stuff. So again, where are we today compared to where we were? So our academy, this academy class started with 50 people during that period of time that they went through their instruction and their work. They lost a number of people, and this is who we have left. We have 36 individuals that are committed to this position, committed to this profession. And I really want that to resonate a little bit because I think sometimes that gets forgotten. It's not that those other people who left and decided this was not something for me, that they're bad. Absolutely not. It's not that they aren't good people, 100% no. It's that they didn't have the calling that these individuals have. They didn't have the desire to serve. They didn't have the desire to stay committed to what the function was and what the mission is of law enforcement. And again, it doesn't mean anything negative against them, because I can guarantee you probably out of this group here, might be some people that aren't going to finish their probation. Now, I hope that doesn't happen, and knock on steel it doesn't. But if it does, if somebody is here and they say, hey, this is not the profession for me, this is not what I thought it was, there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. Because this is a profession that you have to be committed to. You have to be willing to give your soul to, your heart to, your sweat to. And so again, I wish you nothing but the best as you step out into this adventure and you move forward. And I look forward again to seeing you go through your training process, to see you having that impact and having that influence over others who need your help, who need your guidance, who need your service. And so again, that is going to be something that you without question are in a position to achieve and to do. I really want to talk a little bit about two documents, and this will be pretty brief. This is a day of celebration for them, not to hear me. But these two documents that they are going to be talking about today and they are going to be giving their oath to today are incredibly important for what their mission and what their role is going to be. And they would not be here talking about these oaths, talking about this code of ethics, talking about this without you. And to me, that's really important to acknowledge as well, as what you have done. Whether you're a mother, a father, a partner, a husband, a wife, a friend, a companion, whatever it is, you have had influence and you have gotten these individuals from your sphere of influence into these chairs. And I really wanted to acknowledge that and thank you, because again, this journey is not going to be just their journey, it's going to be your journey as well. And I asked this for the last class, and I'm going to ask it for every class that I get the opportunity that I can humbly stand over and have this discussion with, is please realize what they are going to go through. Realize the challenges that are ahead of them. Realize the things that are going to be very different. Again, we live in a society where people do 2 Zoom meetings and they're exhausted. Well, that's not here. From the time these individuals jump into their police car to the time that they go into watch, they will be bouncing from call to call to call. And these calls are incredibly exhausting, they are incredibly complex, and they involve humans. And humans are incredibly complex. And so the challenges that they're going to front and what they're going to do is going to be incredibly, incredibly hard. And so I ask you again, please keep them in your thoughts, keep providing inspiration, keep providing motivation. Please let them know how much you appreciate what they're doing. And also I ask you to please, if they ever get to that spot where it's like, I've had enough, remind them of why they are here. Remind them of how bad they wanted to be here. And that's something I'm going to ask you too. What's not going to be new and shiny in 6 or 7 months or a year is realize how bad you wanted to be in this position right now. How bad you wanted to wear that badge that you're going to be getting soon. How bad you wanted to be in this uniform. How bad you wanted to serve. Because sometimes that can get watered down and it can get polluted by what you experience and the amount and the expectations of what you're going to do and how you're going to do it. But again, please remind them, and you please keep that in your head. They're going to be taking 2 oaths today, or two documents that I think are really important. One is the oath. Again, Judge Day is going to come up here very soon. He's going to swear them into this profession. And I think that's an amazing thing, because really what they are doing with this oath, and you'll hear the words of it, and I hope it resonates to you, but I also really importantly hope that it resonates to you what this oath means. And this oath is something that you are pledging your life to justice. You are giving it your best of your abilities. And what that means when I say the best of your abilities is that you are making a promise to keep learning, to keep growing, and to keep serving. Again, when you get done with this is just the academy. You still have a lifetime of increasing knowledge. You have a lifetime of living off of life experiences that you're going to see. The opportunity to work with people that are in their most dire positions and to gather information about what worked and what didn't work, what was sound, what wasn't sound, what was successful, what wasn't successful. So I ask that you continually keep that objectivity, keep that open mind. Realize that every situation you go to is going to be different. Continue to grow. Continue to look and seek out opportunities to grow, to better yourself so that you can in turn better the situations that you respond to. Another big aspect of the oath that you're going to be talking about is the Constitution of the United States. Again, it's a sacred duty of law enforcement. It's an amazing thing when we get to look at the Constitution of the United States. We get to support that, the Constitution of Colorado, and we also get to support the laws of our state and our city. And that is really what keeps us grounded and what keeps us focused on our mission and our objectivity of where we are going. One thing that you're going to hear from me probably on a lot of videos, I would love to have conversations with everybody, but one thing you will see is a number of videos that come out in our discussions. And the one thing you're always going to hear about from me is two things: evidence-based policing, and then you're also going to hear about constitutional policing. Constitutional policing is incredibly, incredibly important. When you look at the Constitution of the United States and how it impacts this country, it is massive. When you think of the first three articles, again, the legislation, the judicial, the executive branch, all those focus on what law enforcement does. Because just like that document and those Bill of Rights that go with it, that give you the right for search and seizure, that give you right to detain somebody, that give you the right to go into somebody's home, that give you the right to get involved in a use of force or not a use of force, law enforcement is constructed of different things too as well, and that goes within the parameters of the criminal justice system. The criminal justice system is designed on three different aspects: law enforcement, which is what you are; the courts, which is what Judge Day is when you see him up here; and corrections. Again, we don't control the courts and we don't control corrections, but we do control law enforcement. And we make sure that no matter the situation with courts, no matter the situation with corrections, we abide, we hold dear, and we enforce the laws of the Constitution, the laws of the state constitution, and the laws of this state. That is our mission, that's our goal. Whether certain things get, and you won't resonate with you maybe a lot right now, whether certain things get filed or whether cases get prosecuted or whether someone gets incarcerated, that's something we can't focus on because we don't control that. But what we do control is making sure that somebody who is out there who is victimizing somebody, they are held accountable to whatever level, to the best of our means that we can do. And that's what your role is going to be, and that's what you are going to achieve. And how do we do that when we think of constitutional policing? Again, it's treating people, every person, with dignity and respect. It's giving them voice, it's explaining our actions, and it's making sure that we are transparent in our decisions. The other document, and I brought actually the copy of it up because up in the academy where you guys were all at, this was posted up in a number of your classrooms, and it's the oath of an Aurora police officer. Besides that was another document, and that was the Law Enforcement Code of Ethics. And I hope that you guys all read it. I hope that you looked at it in your downtime. I hope you experienced, because that is an incredibly meaningful and impactful document, and is really the roadmap of where you want to go. It really sets the standard, again, for what our call is, and our call is to serve mankind. Our call is to safeguard lives. It's to do it without fear or favor or malice or ill will. It's to make sure that we have an ethical imperative to have a higher standard about how we treat each other, what we do. That morally and ethically we are in the right place. Again, morally, right and wrong. Are we doing the right things? Are we doing wrong things? Ethically, how are we as an institution allowing morals to take place? Those are the things and those are the values that you are going to be imparting. There's one thing for me, and again, this goes back, law enforcement is not a new profession. It's been around for years and years and years and years back. If you go into history, if you go into night watch, if you go into all different aspects of where law enforcement got its foundation and starts from. One person who was really pivotal in that, and I'm sure you studied it, I hope you studied it, was Sir Robert Peel. He came up with Peelian principles, and again, this was back in 1829, and he is really considered the father of law enforcement, or the father of modern law enforcement. And there's a couple things that I want to read verbatim, because just as impactful as they were to the London Metropolitan Police Department in 1829, they're impactful to what your job is going to do. He wrote these things, and again, incredibly relatable to where we are today. The ability of police to perform their duty depends upon public approval and public action. Trust is our crucial currency. When you think of police legitimacy, when you think of legitimacy as a whole, again, does the community that we serve feel that we should have the authority to enforce laws? If we enforce incorrectly, if we enforce unethically, if we mistreat people, our community will not believe that we should have the authority to enforce the laws and to serve the way we do. So what you do matters. How you act matters. What you say matters. Another one, and I think this is really poignant, to seek and preserve public favor, not by pandering to public opinion, but by constantly demonstrating absolutely impartial service of the law. Again, when you think of law enforcement, we are not politicians. We are an apolitical entity, and we focus on the enforcement of laws, whichever laws those are. And laws will change. Laws will come and go, laws will be modified, laws will happen, but whatever laws are in the system, it's what we do. And when it talks about pandering based upon public opinion, again, we cannot get into that situation. And you can look across historically a number of events that have occurred related to almost the villainization of law enforcement. And why was it? And was it right? Was it ethical? Or was it just a moral panic brought on upon the opportunity to exploit something that is always there? And I want you to remember that. Don't lose heart. Don't lose focus. Continue to remember that our mission and our goal is to enforce the laws of the land, and to do that impartially, not to do it based upon the knee-jerk situation of what's occurring in and around us, but to do it upon the foundation of what is morally and ethically correct. The last one I want to read to you again is the test of a police efficiency is the absence of crime and disorder, not the visible evidence of police action in dealing with it. Our goal is a safe community, not simply arrests and citations. If we can stop, if we can deter a crime or an incident from happening by getting out and doing a foot beat and walking through an apartment complex and making people feel safe before they've been victimized, then we've succeeded. If we can stop somebody from being killed in a traffic accident because we posted up on an intersection and we wrote citations to stop the behavior of activity, which again is so problematic and causes death and injury, then we have done our job. If we can be in the right place at the right time doing the right things, that's great. But the one thing that we definitely have to do, and the one thing that we will do and we will achieve, is our final mission. If you ever step out of this academy and you wonder, well, what's our objective or what's our goals, I'm not really sure. Our goals are very simple. Our goals are to maintain social order. Our goals are to make sure that individuals do not get victimized. And our goal is to make sure that we hold those individuals who victimize others accountable. And that is truly important. You cannot police by doing any one of those things. All of those things have to be in place, because there will be victimization. And there will be people that if they are not held accountable, they will continue to victimize more and more and more people. So your presence, your actions are so incredibly important. When you think of responsibilities and the expectations of what law enforcement has, I want you to just real quick think about them, because you're a big part of that as well. There is a legal expectation, an expectation that we will adhere to the law, an expectation that you will adhere to the law, an expectation that, again, when no one is looking at you, when no one's watching you, you will make sure that you are following the law, that you are doing your proper due diligence in ensuring that whatever is done correctly, done within policy and procedure, and done in the right way by the law. Another expectation is organizational. There is an organizational expectation on law enforcement, that you will adhere to the policies and procedures. You heard and you studied over your time at the academy all of the things related to policies, all the things related to procedures. Again, it's not when something goes off and you're like, I shouldn't have been treated that way. I want you to ask that question. Did you adhere to policies and procedures? Did you adhere to the law? And for the most instances, when things go off track and when individuals get involved in bad situations, is because they deviated from those guidelines. And so you can deviate it, but make sure you understand that that's a decision and an ethic problem that you made on yourself. The organization has guidelines. The Constitution has guidelines. The law has guidelines. All of those things are there to keep you in the guardrail. So follow those and you will do fine. Adhere to those and you will achieve. Be part of those and you will change people's lives. Another one is our community. They expect legitimacy. They expect that you're going to be there for them. You're going to serve them not based on their race, their ethnicity, their color of their skin, their socioeconomic issues, but you are going to be there to serve them. And again, last year, this department responded to over 275,000 calls for service. That was 275,000 out of a population of roughly 404, that at some point had to pick up the phone and call the police and say, hey, I need somebody to come to my house because there's a situation I cannot handle and I need you to step forward and do that. So realize that, how we do it, how we talk to somebody. When you make a traffic stop with somebody, again, that might be the 50th traffic stop that you made, or when you go to a family dispute after being here for 10 years, it might be your 500th family dispute that you went to. But realize that at that time, at that moment, to them, you are the biggest part of their world. And anybody who gets pulled over, they usually will remember that officer who did it, how they got treated, what that was said. So what might be normal and might be routine for you, it's not normal and routine for somebody who has not had contact with law enforcement, or calls you when they need that contact, or they're involved in something and they need you. So please keep that in your mind. How you treat somebody, how you act towards somebody, how you respect somebody, even when it's terribly challenging to respect them, all of that matters. The last thing I want to talk about in expectation is individual expectation. And that goes to you. What is your expectation from us? Your expectation from us is that we will provide you with the training, with the logistics, and the ability to achieve your role. We will also provide you with the care that you need, the wellness that you need. And if we're not, then you have to hold us accountable. Your welfare, your ability to achieve, your ability to succeed is based upon what we give you and how we provide it. When you get the basics and the foundation and the elements of what is there, it's your goal and your role to expound on that. But if we are remiss in that, then we are remiss as an organization. And so I can tell you as the chief of police, we are here to serve you as much as you are here to serve that community. The last thing I want to talk about real quick, and this will be my last statement, is the power of change and what you guys have. And I want to bring up an incident that happened probably about a month ago. And an officer went to a radio call of a missing 14-year-old girl. And this 14-year-old girl is missing, very problematic house. The father or the stepfather or a boyfriend lived in the basement. The mother had had problems with this 14-year-old. Our officer went above and beyond the call. We have missing children all the time, but this officer took the time. He articulated out in the report. He asked the incredibly important questions, which again, he went above. She went above. It doesn't even matter who it was. They were in this uniform. But they spent time to find out what exactly occurred and how it occurred. From there, that extensive report, which again could have been a paragraph, 14-year-old missing, has a history of missing and being on social media. That could have ended it. But because that officer took the time and they spent that empathy on dealing with that mother to articulate all that into a report, a detective saw that report who works our crimes against children, spent time, hey, there's something more here to it than I know based upon what I'm looking at on this report. And what they found out after follow-up with the mother is that this young lady, this young girl, this child, had been sending pictures of herself to an adult male who had basically been grooming her on social media. And so these detectives spent the time to actually go to that adult male after an investigation to find out who this individual was. They found child pornography on that person's computer system. They found out that there was an improper relationship that occurred. And they also found out that that individual had passed this individual to two other individuals in Las Vegas, where they had driven up from Las Vegas to Aurora to pick up this 14-year-old child, drive her to Aurora, where I guarantee you she was going to be started on prostitution, where she was going to be started on narcotics, and she would have been used and abused and raped for probably 3 or 4 years and then discarded. And the only thing that changed that dynamic of that 14-year-old girl was an officer in the same uniform that you're wearing right now. And so as life goes on, as the struggles go on, as your time goes on, keep that in your mind and in your heart. You change people's lives. You impact their worlds. You will never be thanked for it. There's many people who will never know what you do or don't do, but you know in your heart of hearts that you have made a difference. And I want to leave you with that. What you do is absolutely imperative to society. No matter what people say, you will be criticized by everybody in the world who thinks they could do it better, even though they've never put on a badge, never put on a uniform. They think that they have the answer to everything when they have no clue about how to even run their own life. Don't let the criticism get to you. Don't let the challenges get to you. Instead, embrace them and be thankful that you have this opportunity that is a gift. And I truly want to say thank you to all of you. I look forward to the impact that you're going to have to this city. I look forward to the impact that you are going to have to this profession. God bless you. God bless the city of Aurora, and God bless America, and thank you so much.
27 weeks is a long time. We did our best to give you a sneak peek. Thanks to Nick Perrott and his fantastic editing, we got a little video to try to sum up that 27 weeks here in 12 minutes.
You are part of the turn of what is going to happen with this agency and this organization. And I hope that you embrace that, and I hope you understand that. All I ask is just remember why you're here. Remember why you wanted to be here now, and think about it. Remember why you went through this entire process, why you went through all these things you went through, because you deserve this, but you also have to earn this.
So when you see somebody struggling and you see an opportunity to help out a teammate, one of your peers, another recruit, take advantage of that.
Let's go, Gomez, push!
Come on.
Come on, Bennett!
Almost there, baby. Almost
Go, 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 go!
You're going to have to coalesce as a group, as a team, to be successful, because you cannot accomplish this individually.
Aurora was founded in 1891. It's a lot older than most people think of. It was founded here because the founders thought the city of Denver was too dirty and polluted. So that pollution issue is not something that's new today. It's something that people have been talking about for a long time.
And know we as a church, all our congregations constantly pray for the Aurora Police Department.
All right, Patrick! All right, buddy, on you.
Yeah, like one of the things with driving the Tahoes is when we're coming on those outer cones, I feel like we have to go a lot more towards it and then turn immediately.
Well, the wheels are still on.
We'll see if they survive the third run.
Hope you enjoyed the ride.
We as law enforcement officers, you as law enforcement practitioners are going to be focused on crime.
Hey, brother, how you doing?
Wait on the balls of our feet, cycle your knees, bring our hands up. Okay, we can point and gesture, and be cordial, you can even smile, be polite, all that kind of stuff. But I'm ready to defend a punch or put hands over. Say up.
We're going to hold people accountable that hurt people, that victimize people, that mistreat people. But what I really hope that we can do, and what I hope that you can do very shortly, is prevent it before it even happens.
Who's on this guy?
All three of you, take some deep breaths, refocus. Okay, you have one person holding on the down party, you still have two. All right, go ahead.
Ready?
Why are you all focused up here? What's your background?
What are you doing? As he goes in, I at least need to look. At least give it a look. Make sure there's not something behind us that we're missing. So that now, if it was there, boom, hit the room, clear the doors, and then if there's nobody else with you, get turned back around and get back on this so we can deal with it. Get out of the way, right? Does that make sense? So that would have kept you from getting shot in the back.
And then you're like trying to shoot over.
Oh, I was already out of ammo at that point. I was like,
So-
I'm gonna fake it.
Okay.
And maybe
So-
that throws him off a little bit.
This is not going to be the scenario when you go out in the streets. There's going to be apartments, there's going to be people, there's going to be houses. So be justified in that. Because doing this and not knowing where my bullet is going to go, let's say there was one in the chamber, then you're responsible for every single shot that goes on. That's something that we got to think about, right? I cannot just let them fly.
I want you guys to focus on it. After I redirect, right, and I'm here, and I choose to go knuckle to buckle, I am driving him back as I'm punching the whole time. I'm driving back, boom, 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 and then I reach under the sight, but I never stop driving. Police officer, get your hand on my gun! Get my gun. Your hands off my gun!
We don't want anybody to not make it. We want everybody to push through and join us out on the street.
So if I come back to here and he's shooting, rather than backing up, get out of here and create an angle. Move so he has to move with you instead of just giving yourself a straight line where his rounds can just keep going. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir. Makes sense.
More aggressive.
Scenario, husband, wife,
Shove the left leg. Tell me, shove the right arm. Shove the right arm. Okay, now what? Hey, help me up. Get him. Okay, let's end scenario. So we go in and say, hey, shots fired. You've been shot here, you've been shot there, and you put on your tourniquet nice and tight like you did, and then this scenario's over, right? But now, what are you guys in? You're in a gunfight, right? Okay, so you gotta stay in the gunfight.
Hey, come off your vehicle! Stop! On your knees! If there's anybody else in the vehicle, make yourself known!
You will be making a difference every single day in the work that you do.
How do we think it went?
There were some mistakes, but we corrected it.
Yeah.
We took command and control, I felt like.
Okay.
There you go. Good. All right, your seal's looking good.
Take deep breath in and hold your breath and hold. Yep. Break your seal, put it on, and pull it hard.
You know, when I took the mask off, it hit me hard. Yeah. Yeah. But he was like, slow down, so I took a breath in and I was like, oh, a little bit taller.
Yeah.
Enjoy the process, and more importantly, once you get out, enjoy the job. Have fun with it. It's a great experience. It's an amazing gift that we get to do this job.
for putting that together. Phenomenal job. Before we put on the badges, I'd like to invite up the class sergeant, Sergeant Chris Johnson, to provide some individual awards. You know, everyone, it's a celebration. We'd also like to celebrate those that excelled in specific categories.
Good afternoon. I'm Sergeant Chris Johnson, proud Sergeant of Class 2025 1B. These recruits have been given over 1,080 hours of instruction throughout the past 27 weeks. Throughout all that time, there have been top performers in the major disciplines. I'm here to acknowledge these top performers. Top communicator. This recruit was voted on by staff and recognized as one who displayed the best demeanor in regards to communicating effectively under stressful situations. Recruit Howard Ross. Top academic, 12 academic exams covering the entirety of the curriculum. Recruits are responsible for retaining a tremendous amount of information, and the recruit with the top cumulative scores on all exams totaling 90.92%, Tyler Gallegos. Top ACT, arrest control, 142 hours on the mats. Twist locks, takedowns, ground fighting, and all the intricacies revolving around dealing with individuals that unfortunately don't want to cooperate. At the end of all that, with a score of 98.71, recruit Justin Tebow. Top driver, 90 hours on the track, learning how to drive forwards and backwards really fast. If you can't get to the scene safely, you can't help. And one recruit rose above the rest with a score of 95.91, Seth Rogers. Top firearms, 109 hours on the range. Daylight, dim light, standing shooting, kneeling shooting, firearms maintenance, and failure drills. Recruits are tested not only on accuracy, but on the speed in which they can put rounds on target safely. With a score of 99.41, Ian Hughes, top shot. Top fitness. Recruits completed 63 hours of workouts facilitated and designed by our fitness coach, Mike Schofield. 5 physical fitness tests throughout the academy, as well as metrics recorded by Coach Schofield, led to our 2 top fitness recruits. With a score of 88.13, Erica Lepe. and recruit Jonathan Escalante. Teamwork. Evaluations were conducted amongst the class covering a variety of character traits essential to being a good teammate and partner. Based on that vote, the award for Best Partner goes to recruit Ian Hughes. Last, but certainly not least, the top recruit. Based on all the curriculum, after all the totals were tallied, the recruit with an overall score of 92.33% throughout the entire academy, recruit Tyler Adge. Class. Well, these are the top recruits in their respective categories. You all performed well throughout an incredibly challenging and grueling process. It's been an honor and a privilege to be a part of. Now it's on to the next step for you. Represent yourselves, the department, and your fellow officers well. Have fun. You've earned it. Now I'd like to welcome the class speaker for 25-1B, recruit Matthew Troxel.
Good afternoon, family, friends, instructors, honored guests, most importantly, the graduates of 2025-1B. Special thank you to the family and friends that stood with us through the long nights of studying, the constant complaining of being sore, and most importantly, letting us put you in twist locks whenever we so pleased. To the class sitting behind me, I'll ask one question. Why are we here? On a more serious note, today marks the end of one journey and the beginning of another. 27 long weeks together, we made it through the classroom lectures, 142 hours of rest control, 90 hours of evac, and 109 hours of firearms training. You've learned how to clear a building, handle high-stress calls, administer CPR, and write reports that would make some of your English teachers proud. More importantly, you've learned discipline, integrity, and teamwork, the foundation of this profession. Been humbled by scenarios that didn't go as planned. You've experienced what it's like to get tased, pepper sprayed, CS gassed, all in the same week. But most importantly, you've stood shoulder to shoulder, not just as classmates, but as future brothers and sisters. Some of you came in with military experience, some straight from college, some from completely different career paths. But today, you all walk the stage with the same badge and the same oath. So to that, I say 2025-1B, congratulations on all the hard work and effort it took to get here. But I'll leave you with this. This job isn't easy. It demands more than just muscle and mind. It demands heart. The heart to serve people who may not always appreciate you. The heart to run towards danger when everyone else is running away. The heart to make split-second decisions that can mean the difference between life and death. I say this not to scare you, but to prepare you for the hard career ahead of you. If times are tough, remember your why. Remember why you chose this career. And it will push you past those hard times of doubt. Believe in every single one of you, and I'm proud to call you my brothers and sisters. Thank you.
All right, next up is going to be the badge presentation and pinning. So for the family and friends here, each recruit's going to be called up. Chief is going to issue them their badge, and then once everybody has their badge, I will invite you up You go to where your recruit is at, and you can pin on the badge at that point. All right, so we're going to go through the entire list. They'll start lining up along the walls down here. Once everybody has their badge, we'll call you up and we'll all pin it on at the same time. So. Ready to start off. First, Tyler Adge. Benjamin Bennett. Svi Besser. Fernando Carrera. Terry Serta. Andrew Cooper. Jonathan Escalante. Isaiah Gallegos. Tyler Gallegos. Matthew Gomez. Caden Holtis. Ian Hughes. Erica Lepe. Edward Major. Jamal Natija. Kyle Reyes. Katia Ritz. Matthew Rivera. Hayden Robb. Brandon Robinson. Seth Rogers. Howard Ross. Darren Russell. Vincent Searle. Daniel Sheffield. Megan Schubut. Kaylin Smith. Philip Sullivan. Cruz Terrasas. Justin Tebow. Matthew Troxel. Fute Chai. Christian Turner. Isabel Vera. Vanessa Vieira. You're good? Meryl Wolfgang. All right, as the recruits get situated, at this time, I'd like to invite the family to come up and join their recruit, pin on their badge, take some photographs. I remind you, there will be lots of photo opportunities after the ceremony. Staff. All right, if everyone can make it back to your seats. Again, we'll have plenty of photo opportunities after the ceremony. All right, at this time, I'd like to invite the executive staff, city management for an informal inspection. Chief, class 2025 1B is ready for inspection. All right, now to make it official, Judge Sean Day, can you please come forward to swear in our new officers?
Well, we have one more important thing to take care of after your badge pinning, and family members, it looks like you did a good job. I don't see any blood up here or anything like that, so job well done. Just as the chief said, this is an important oath, so it's a longer oath. We will begin the oath together by stating, I'll start with I, have each of you state your names individually, and then we will continue with the oath together, okay? Makes sense? And I'm going to start on my right, go to my left, back row, right to left, okay? If you raise your right hands and repeat after me. I.
Andrew Cooper, Jonathan Escalante,
Isaiah Gallegos,
Tyler Gallegos,
Matthew Gomez,
Kader Holtis, Ian Hughes,
Edward Major, Kyle Reyes, Hayden Robb, Aaron Russell, Seth Rogers, Howard Ross,
Vincent Searle,
Daniel Sheffield,
Megan Shubu,
Phelan Smith, Philip Sullivan,
Cruz de Rosas, Justin Tebow,
Matthew Troxel,
Jay Chai,
Do solemnly swear or affirm.
do solemnly swear or affirm
That I will support and bear.
that I will support and bear
True faith and allegiance.
true faith and allegiance
To the Constitution and laws.
to the Constitution and laws
Of the United States of America.
of the United States of America
And of the state of Colorado.
and of the state of Colorado,
And the charter and ordinances.
and the charter and ordinances
Of the city of Aurora.
of the city of Aurora,
That I will defend and protect.
that I will defend and protect
The lives, safety, and property.
the lives, safety, and property
Of the people of Aurora.
of the people of Aurora,
Without prejudice or favoritism.
without prejudice or favoritism,
Always placing.
always placing
The safety of others.
the safety of others
Before my own.
before my own,
That I will at all times.
that I will at all times
Conduct myself in an honorable manner.
conduct myself in an honorable manner,
And that I will perform.
and that I will perform
The duties and responsibilities.
the duties and responsibilities
Of a police officer.
of a police officer
For the city of Aurora.
for the city of Aurora
To the best of my judgment and ability.
to the best of my judgment and ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations to you all. Godspeed.
All right, in closing, I'd like to thank everyone for coming. I know many of you came from long distances to be here. I appreciate it. I would also like to recognize those who helped make the ceremony so successful today. Our APD Honor Guard. We have numerous citizen volunteers, especially Chuck Rash, Marcia Todd, Kathy Forrest, Nadine Haroof, Stacia Whetstone, our photographer John Billingsley, and Nick Perrott for his work on that class video. I would like to invite everyone for a small reception in the lobby downstairs where cake and refreshments will be served. Thank you again for coming. Safe travels home. Officer Waters, take charge of your class.
Class 2025 1B, dismissed.
Honor that!